Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today I am back with another online curated Amazon home decor shop with me. I do these a couple times a month. I love Amazon. I love to dig through Amazon. I find it a little bit of a challenge to find the best Amazon home decor that I feel like is worth putting in your home. To me, building a unique home that has collected and curated items is what sets our home apart from others. And I really do try to find really great finds for you guys and your home and my home. So let's just get right into my recent finds. I found a couple really exciting finds that I cannot wait to share with you. If you don't know, I have an Amazon storefront where I save all of these finds plus other ones that don't make it in my videos. I will have that link down below, and also finds from the past. So, I mean, there's a ton of stuff on there, but every month I'm trying to add a new home decor finds. Right now it still says May, so the next one will be July because we're in July. I just save in there, and I'm gonna try to organize it a little bit better where I have like lamps and rugs and barware and all of that. But once the list gets full, I can't add anymore. So I found that if I just do monthly lists, that's been working out really well. So May is kind of May and June. So inside of my May finds, you're gonna see some of my recent finds all for the past 2 months. Recently, I have found myself being kind of ready for fall. Do I even dare say that? But I feel like now that we're in summer, I feel like a lot of our homes are kind of already in their summer vibe, I guess, especially if you are a seasonal decorator. I have found that I am really looking for different plaids and different things to put in my home that does lean a little bit more fall, but because I am a decorator that decorates, I don't really do a lot of seasonal changes. I might add in some fresh florals and, fruit or veggies that might be in that season, but I don't really rotate my decor as much through the seasons, if that makes sense, other than Christmas. Christmas is my exception. So I have been finding some throws that I think lean a little bit more for the fall. So one thing I think I'm gonna be really attracted to this fall is more like caramel colors. I really kind of love that like tan leather caramel color. So this alpaca throw, it has a herringbone or chevron, very muted pattern on it with this fringe. I just think that this is so beautiful. I think adding in these caramel colors really makes the space feel very elegant, and I really like that. I like a mixture of elegance and kind of more rustic, kind of raw wood styles mixed together. I just think that's so pretty. Like if I had a crystal chandelier above this rustic wood table, to me that's gorgeous. So mixing in some of these caramel colors, or caramel, however you say it, I think is going to really make my space feel a little bit more dressed up and also add in a little bit more depth of color. So this one here, it's in this like caramel, it has this chevron pattern that's very muted, and I like that. I don't like a super like in your face pattern personally for my style. So this is one that I think could really go from season to season. This would pair really well with chocolates and vanilla colors and really any color. I could put it on my linen chair right here, right next to my wood desk. It's gonna look beautiful. So I really, really love this one. They also have it in this beautiful light brown, which is like a tone on tone. All of it's all one tone. So the fringe is the same color as the blanket, where the other one, there's a little bit more depth, which is fine. They also have it in this gorgeous, like dark chocolate brown, almost like burgundy actually. And a lot of other beautiful colors. Actually, this white and gray one is really beautiful. It has a couple stripes in there, which is a nice little change. I don't know, these look really, really beautiful. And another thing that I try to do with my Amazon finds is I really try to look at the quality. I am very picky with quality. I think quality is another thing that can really set your home apart and make it feel a lot more elevated than something that doesn't look like great quality. And it doesn't have to be expensive. Just because it's high quality, you can find that secondhand for, reasonable prices. Really going for quality is gonna be a game changer when it comes to your interiors every time. Quality is key for a beautiful home, in my opinion. So another beautiful find that I found is this Cashmere Throw blanket. Now cashmere is a little, after I just said it doesn't have to be expensive, cashmere, if you buy it brand new, can be pricey. It's in this absolutely beautiful tartan pattern that has a little bit more of those browns and grays mixed in, which I think is such a good way or item to bring into your home. Having something that has both warm and cool tones, because you can mix it with anything. You can put it in a little bit more of a warmer space, or you could put it in a little bit more of a cooler space. It just has like the perfect balance. I also really love this tartan pattern. It's extremely timeless. It's very handsome and a pattern that I genuinely love bringing in my home. I really, really love tartan, or any plaid for that matter. It just feels very like I inherited that throw from my grandfather. You know what I mean? It feels very familiar and comfortable, and I love it. Now, this next one is a little bit more of an investment for sure, but it is the prettiest one. It really is so beautiful. So it is ivory on one side and heather on the other, which I love a two-tone blanket because there's a little bit more going on with it. So when you see a two-tone blanket like draped over a chair or on a couch, it's not just a glance at it and you kind of see the whole thing. It's like you look at it and you're like, oh, that's two-tone. Oh, you know, like there's a little bit more story to the blanket. And this one to me is absolutely perfect. I think that this is so stunning. You can tell the quality is top tier. It's beautiful. Now, after I just shared that one, I wanted to share a more affordable one. This Peruvian alpaca wool blend throw is a solid, but it is a bit more affordable than some of the other ones that I shared. The one that I really love is in this light camel. It's in this just beautiful, it's a little bit darker than ivory, it's lighter than beige. I can't quite describe it, but it's stunning. This is a very timeless, especially because it has no pattern. It's in a very, safe tone. It's gorgeous and definitely one that you could have for a long time. That's my favorite thing about buying a little bit more neutral and not too much pattern and is safe, is because you can have it for so much longer, especially like I said, when you're buying in high quality, it just lasts you so much longer. Now, moving on from throws, I do have a couple other ones within this list, but I'm gonna move on to just a fun piece, and that's this domino set. I've shared different like tic-tac-toe sets and marble tic-tac-toe sets and all different sorts of things, cards, things like that. I personally love having these game pieces in a home because it's almost like an icebreaker, you know what I mean? Like you have guests over, you could pull this out, kind of play a game of dominoes, but it also looks really beautiful. If you had built-in shelves or you had a bar space, you could put this on there as decor as well, and it's going to look beautiful. It's and again, you can just tell that it's high quality, but it's in this two-tone black and vanilla. It's just so good. It's so pretty. It's like the perfect size. It's not too small, not too big, but I haven't shared one of these in a while. And when I saw this one, I was like, okay, that's a good one. Now moving on to a light fixture. So recently I found this task light secondhand at a thrift store, and I love this, but I did get a couple comments here on YouTube and on Instagram to find a dupe. It's not dupe for price, but to get that look, again, these task lights are timeless, but they're just something that I feel, again, just makes your home look collected because they have that old world vibe to them that makes it feel like it's an heirloom piece, like you inherited it from a family member. So the first one I'm going to share, it's not quite a dupe as far as looks, but I still wanted to share this one because it looks hefty. And there's something so handsome to me about these hefty task lights that just, like, you can tell it's just good quality, and you can tell that it's a piece that would go really well with a lot of different things. You could put this next to a really feminine piece and it's going to complement really, really well. I love this one, but also I'm going to go into my lighting board because I know I added a couple other ones that look very similar to this one. Specifically this folding table lamp right here. This one's, again, not as good of a price that I got on this one. However, it is almost identical. It is so beautiful, such a good piece. Again, one of those items that you buy once and you keep it for a long time. So I really, really love that one. I have a couple other ones in here that look similar, but they're not exactly the same. Oh, I wasn't gonna mention this one, but going on the complete opposite direction. This is like a little light, but it has this like chunk of acrylic or glass at the bottom. To me, I love these. I think especially with my style being a little bit more gritty and hardy and heavy, having pieces like this mixed into my home, I think just softens it up a little bit. So this little crystal lamp is beautiful. Going back to my May Decor finds list, I wanted to talk about these chairs. Now, a few years ago, these chairs were extremely popular, and then I haven't really been seeing them that much, but they're this mid-century modern wood chair with a like cane back and bottom. I still really love these chairs. I think that there's something, I think these are a replica of a very famous chair actually, and I just really love the mixture again that this gives. It's almost like striking, you know what I mean? Like, especially for me in an hour space, putting something like this in here would just be like, whoa, like that's a cool chair. It would stand out, but in the best way. So I wanted to mention these again because, like I said, I saw these all over years ago. I swear it was like everyone's dining room chair, and then I haven't really been seeing them. So maybe I just don't see them very often, but I still find them extremely beautiful and really cool to add to a space. So again, I wanted to mention those because they're just beautiful. And for a set of two, they're not that bad of a price, honestly. I've mentioned the basket lady on my channel before. These are the best baskets. So I bought a like hamper basket with a lid for my sister's makeover that I did at her house last year. I was stunned by the quality. It's gotta be one of the better, like hefty baskets I have ever seen. It's so good. I added 2 baskets to this list. One is a laundry basket. I think you could have this out on top, especially on top of your washing machine. I think it's beautiful. Something I would be proud to have out. But I also found this gathering basket as well. It's just a little bit different than an old, like an antique gathering basket. It's a little bit more updated, and I just really loved it. It comes in this dark brown, but it also comes in like a natural basket tone as well. I thought that these were both so beautiful and had to mention them. Now, another mention, this is, I haven't mentioned this in a while. Gosh, over a year ago for sure. I bought some linens from Amazon, and they are still some of the best linens I have. And they're from this brand. Their linens are so good. So good. In fact, when I very first started sharing Amazon items, these were one of the first items that I found, and they're just incredible. They get softer and softer as I use them. I have their napkins, I have their tablecloths. I love this linen, this brand specifically. So if you're looking for a tablecloth, check this one out. The quality is stunning. I found a couple like decorative accents that I thought were a little bit fun and different. First is this orb. I've been mentioning orbs recently, so I must be drawn to them. But this one I just thought was really pretty. Nothing like I've ever seen. You know, a lot of the times you see them in the rattan or like a moss orb, things like that. But this one I just thought was just different and really cool. And it looks like nothing I've seen before. But then I also saw this modern iron sculpture. What's cool about that, it kind of reminds me of that it's like a top, right? That you like spin and it spins. It reminds me a lot of that, but it is so sculptural and so cool. And I think something that you could add to a bookshelf, coffee table, and it's just a little bit different. I really liked this, and I really have been into a little bit more sculptures just to add some interest to a space that feels a little unpredictable, a little bit more contemporary, and This one I thought was really cool. And then another item that I found that I thought was super cool was this cast iron female body figure. I just thought that this was cool. I love the iron of this piece. I love iron. It's one of my main materials that I like to kind of bring into my home. And I talked in one of my last videos about getting to know materials that you love. Like, get 5 good materials so that when you're out shopping, knowing those materials and how they work together, it makes shopping for your home decor so much better and so much easier, and iron is absolutely one of mine. I have a couple trays and boxes, but I specifically want to mention this square marble tray. I'm always going to share kind of a solid piece with you because they are the pieces that I have found personally that I don't donate, that I hold on to forever, and that I can always, if I put it away, bring it back out and use, like this low profile square marble tray. I like square because you can put it in smaller areas or like on the half of a bedside table, and it's not taking up, you know, a large amount of space. You could also put it on a coffee table, and it's just a little bit smaller, but it helps corral items. This one is a good one. I had to mention it. Like I said, anytime I can find something that is more of a basic home decor piece, I'm always gonna mention it to you because it's something that I know you'll have forever. And then I also found these beaded baskets. Now, I've seen these in person and they are high quality. They are so much heftier than they look. They're so good, so unique, different. They're made out of those tiny little beads. So cool, very, very beautiful, very sophisticated in a home. And I just really liked the pattern on this one. I've shared other ones in the past, but this pattern is beautiful. Another tray I found was this hexagon tray. I've seen these in like a coaster, but not a tray. I thought that was so cool. Different again. I just was on a little bit of, especially for these pieces I'm mentioning in the beginning of this video, I just felt like I was after just different shapes and looks. So I had to mention this one. I just felt like it was unique and different and not really like anything I've seen before. Okay, now we're getting into more of the old world finds that I found, which are some of my, I think, honestly, really some of my better finds I found on Amazon, because these typically are antique items that you would find. However, finding them that they're a little bit more accessible and that you can get, I thought was so exciting, because a lot of the times when I'm finding cool pieces like this, they're out at antique stores and I can't share them with you guys for you to be able to get your hands on them. First being this pewter dog knife rest. I have found these, oh, and the only thing about some of these items I'm gonna share is they all do have shipping fees. So that's the only bummer, but they are special pieces and I think worth it. But these little like sausage dogs that you, when you do a little tablescape, you put these up there and you rest your butter knife on. I just thought necessary, no. But cute, yeah, absolutely. Also, I'm gonna mention my chair that I have right here, this linen chair I love. This is one of the better purchases I've ever made in our home. I think it's in, actually let me click this and see what color mine's in. Mine is in the ivory. No, mine's in the linen. Sorry, mine's in the linen. But I noticed this chair comes in a khaki tone, which I think is a little bit more moodier and I think would look so cool. It's a little bit of a different contrast between the wood and the chair, but I'm contemplating this one. I really like that khaki color. These French little coaster dishes. I have seen these out at the antique stores. I've seen these on Etsy, but when I saw these on Amazon, I about lost it. I was so excited about these. Now, like I said, the shipping is pretty close to the price. However, I think these are so special. And being that the price is a little bit lower and the shipping, you know, when you calculate it as a whole, it's not so bad, but these are so unique and special and just so cool. I just love these. And I think having this on my desk right here would be so cute. So I found a couple different ones, actually. I'm gonna start putting them on the screen, kind of rolling through them. I want them. I especially want this one right here. I love it. I love this. I love this. Now, typically I stay away from something with a whole ton of labeling unless it's vintage or old world. Then I really do like it because I feel like it can get a little bit busy. But this water carafe with the French writing, it has me. I want this. I think putting this in a guest bedroom, on a bedside table, get a cute little vintage glass to go with it. I think that this is so cool. I really, really love that. Ooh, I like this saucer too. So I'm gonna also put this one on the screen because I really love it. I kind of want to get all of them. I really love those. I really, really love those. I also added in some more French wine glasses, but I thought these would be really beautiful. I have a couple of them, but I thought that these ones on screen would be really pretty for like iced tea if you did an outdoor dinner. They're so similar to the vintage ones I got last summer in Oregon, so I'm not gonna get them, but I love them and I want them. I really, really love those. I also found these jugs, and I think these are olive oil. Okay, they say hand-blown antique dark green thick glass onion bottle reproduction. I don't know what an onion bottle is, but I would probably put my olive oil in here and get a little, you know the thing that you put on your olive oil. I'd put that on here and use this as an olive oil jug because it is so unique, so different than regular olive oil jugs that you see all over the place. I just really thought this was cool. It also comes in this 10-inch bottle as well. So there's two different sizes to choose from, but again, I just thought these were so cool, so different than what I normally see. I really, really like those. And then also, I found this teapot with this fluted shape or detail to it. So beautiful, so beautiful. You could also put this in a guest room. I just thought that this was so pretty, and you can kind of see where my style balances from kind of masculine and feminine. To me, this is a little bit more feminine. It's a little more shapely, which I just really love that juxtaposition between the two styles. To me, it's so beautiful and balanced just in such a tasteful way that I adore. I also added a few more easels on here. I love easels. I think that they are such a cool way to display art, and I found a few. So I found an acrylic one, and then I also found this set of 3 more simple ones, but I saw one of these at Michael's. One alone was like $17.99. For a set of 3, they're $21.91. So I thought that that was such a great price. Oh, okay, one more item. That was gonna be my last one, but I forgot about this French butter dish. So it has a silver lid with a ceramic base. I love this. I think that this is so gorgeous. I absolutely love this. I had to mention that. I think that is all I have for this month's. There are some more items in the board, but I will link that down below if you want to kind of dig a little bit deeper. I hope that you guys enjoyed these Amazon finds. Let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite, and I will see you guys in a couple days with another. Bye. I would say we were good together.